Number 9. The diagram shows a boat that is anchored at point B in a river. There are two boat ramps on the far side of the river, shown by points A and C. The boat is 120 meters from ramp A and 150 meters from ramp C. If B is 110 degrees, what is the approximate distance between the two boat ramps to the nearest meter? So here's a ramp, here's a ramp, here's the boat, and we want to know how far is this distance. So as we look at this, this is not a right triangle, so I cannot use Pythagorean theorem. For Pythagorean theorem to work, you have to have a right triangle and two sides, which we don't have. Now, so the next question you ask yourself is, on your formula chart, which of the two formulas am I going to use? Am I going to use the law of sines or the law of cosines to solve it? Now remember, a law of sines, you need a completed set. What do I mean by that? You need to have an angle and the side across from it. So I don't have this angle. And some people might think, well, those look the same. Let's just subtract this from 180, get 70, divide that by 2. These would be 35. That's incorrect. Since these two side lengths are different, the angles will not be the same. They will be different angles. I can tell you this angle will be larger than this angle. So I can't use the law of sines, which means I have to use this law of cosines. So if I come back, here's the law of cosines. I'm going to use this formula here. We're looking for side length B, so I'll actually use the middle one. And I knew that because it's across from angle B, so I'm just going to write down this angle, or this formula. So the formula is B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times the cosine of B. So let's plug in what we know. And by the way, to get B by itself, we will have to take a square root here. So we'll do the square root of everything. Now, A, across from A is 150. So I have 150 squared plus, across from C is 120 minus 2 times the 150 times 120 times the cosine of 110 degrees. This will give us our B. So let's go to the calculator and plug this in. Square root 150 squared plus 120 squared minus 2 times 150 times 120 times the cosine of 110 degrees. I hit enter. It says 221.839, so 221.8. And this says to the nearest meter, and these are all in meters, so that means our answer must be B. So I use law of cosines because I did not have a completed set.